Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. Today we're diving into something special, two coins that might be hiding in your collection right now. These aren't just any coins, they're modern American issues that command eye-watering prices despite their unassuming appearance. What if I told you a simple nickel or dime from the 1970s could be worth more than a brand new luxury car? Not theoretical rarities locked away in museums, but coins that were actually released into circulation, coins that could have passed through your hands without you even noticing. Let's explore these numismatic treasures that exemplify why modern coin collecting remains such a thrilling pursuit. Our first featured rarity is the 1975 No.S. Roosevelt dime, a coin that represents one of the most fascinating minting eras in modern American coinage. Now, I know what you're thinking, the 1970s. That's hardly what I'd call a valuable era for coins. But this particular dime breaks all the rules, and its story begins not with intention, but with oversight. In 1975, the San Francisco Mint was tasked with producing proof sets for collectors, those beautiful, mirror-like specimen coins packaged specifically for the collecting community. Every coin from the San Francisco facility was supposed to bear the distinctive S mint mark, but somehow, a small batch of Roosevelt dimes escaped the quality control process without having the crucial mint mark punched into the die. The error occurred during a transitional time at the Mint. The 1970s saw significant changes in U.S. coinage production, with the San Francisco facility shifting its focus predominantly to proof coins rather than circulation issues. During this transitional period, the process for adding mint marks to dies was still being refined, creating the perfect conditions for this remarkable error. What makes this story particularly intriguing is that these weren't circulation strikes that might easily go unnoticed, these were proof coins specifically created for collectors who scrutinize every detail. The oversight should have been caught immediately, yet somehow, these dimes made it into official government proof sets and were shipped out to collectors nationwide. Identifying this rare dime requires attention to detail, but it's straightforward once you know what to look for. Examine the area just above the date on the obverse side of the coin, to the right of Roosevelt's profile. On standard 1975 S-proof dimes, you'll see a small but distinct S mint mark. On the No.S. variety, this area is completely blank, a seemingly minor difference that transforms a common proof coin worth a few dollars into a five-figure rarity. The surface of a genuine 1975 No.S. dime should display the mirror-like fields and frosted devices characteristic of proof coinage. The absence of the mint mark isn't due to wear or damage, the space is simply smooth and untouched, as if the mint mark was never there, because it wasn't. Under magnification, there should be no evidence of a removed or filled-in mint mark, which would indicate a counterfeit or altered coin. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin truly special beyond its unusual origin. The 1975 No.S. Roosevelt dime represents one of the lowest mintage modern U.S. coins in existence. While the exact number produced remains unknown, numismatic experts estimate that only between 300 to 500 examples were ever created. Compare that to the millions of standard dimes produced each year, and you begin to understand just how scarce this variant really is. The market value of this coin reflects its extreme rarity. In the early 1980s, these dimes were selling for around $300, already impressive for a modern coin with a face value of 10 cents. But as awareness grew among the collecting community, prices began to climb dramatically. By the 1990s, examples were regularly commanding several $1,000s at auction. Fast forward to today, and the value has absolutely skyrocketed. In 2019, a perfect specimen graded proof 69 deep cameo by PCGS sold for an astonishing $456,000 at auction, nearly $500,000 for a coin that's less than 50 years old. Even examples in more modest proof 66 or proof 67 condition regularly sell for $50,000 to $100,000 when they appear on the market, which isn't often given their scarcity. The condition of these dimes plays a crucial role in their valuation. Since they were only issued as proofs, they didn't experience circulation wear, but handling damage remains a concern. The most valuable examples display perfect mirrored fields with no hairlines or contact marks, and sharp, frosted devices with complete detail on Roosevelt's hair and the torch on the reverse. A single fingerprint or minor scratch can reduce the value by thousands of dollars, which is why the highest graded specimens command such premium prices. What's particularly fascinating about the 1975 No-S dime is the story of its discovery. The first example wasn't identified until several months after the 1975 proof sets had been distributed. A keen-eyed collector named Mary Trahan was examining her newly purchased proof set when she noticed the missing mint mark. Initially skeptical of her own discovery, she consulted with several experts who confirmed that she had indeed found something extraordinary. The news spread quickly through the numismatic community, sending collectors scrambling to check their own 1975 proof sets. This created a secondary market where unopened proof sets from that year suddenly commanded significant premiums as people hoped to find the error inside. The Trahan discovery piece later sold for what was then a record price, and today it remains one of the most significant modern coin finds in American numismatic history. There's an interesting footnote to this story that connects to the broader pattern of mint errors during this period. The 1970s actually saw several notable, No-S proof coins, including the 1968 No-S dime, the 1970 No-S dime, and the 1971 No-S nickel. However, the 1975 No-S dime remains the rarest and most valuable of the group. This cluster of similar errors suggests that the San Francisco Mint was experiencing consistent issues with their mintmark application process during this decade. For collectors, the appeal of the 1975 No-S dime extends beyond its monetary value. It represents the thrill of the hunt, the possibility that extraordinary treasures can emerge from seemingly ordinary sources. Unlike ancient coins or gold rarities that were always recognized as valuable, the 1975 No-S dime was hiding in plain sight, distributed in standard government packaging at regular issue prices. It embodies the dream that many collectors share, discovering something truly exceptional among the commonplace. Authentication remains crucial with coins of this value, and the 1975 No-S dime is no exception. Given its high value, counterfeits do exist, typically created by removing or obscuring the mint mark on standard 1975 S-proof dimes. Professional grading and authentication through services like PCGS or NGC is absolutely essential before making any purchase of a purported 1975 No-S dime. For those of you watching who might own 1975 proof sets, it's worth taking a careful look at your dimes. While the odds are admittedly slim, unopened proof sets from this year still occasionally yield discoveries. And for serious collectors looking to acquire one, patience is key. Only a handful come to market each year, and they typically sell quickly, often in private transactions that never reach public auction. The legacy of the 1975 No-S dime extends beyond its own rarity. It has inspired generations of collectors to examine modern coins more carefully, reinforcing the notion that significant numismatic treasures aren't limited to pre-1900 issues. It stands as proof that the hunt for valuable coins doesn't require access to rarefied auction houses or elite dealer networks. Sometimes, extraordinary value can be found in the most ordinary of places, like a government-issued proof set ordered through the mail. Now, let's shift our attention to our second featured coin, the 1978 No-Mint Mark Jefferson nickel. This coin tells a completely different story of rarity, though one no less fascinating. Unlike our previous dime, which was a proof coin intended for collectors, this nickel was meant for everyday pocket change. And therein lies its extraordinary nature. To understand the significance of the 1978 No-Mint Mark Jefferson nickel, we need to understand the standard production process for circulation coins in the 1970s. During this period, Jefferson nickels were being produced at 3 facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Denver and San Francisco coins carried their respective D and S mint marks, while Philadelphia minted coins, following long tradition, bore no mint mark at all. The mystery of the 1978 No-Mint Mark nickel stems from the fact that, according to official U.S. Mint records, Philadelphia did not produce any circulation nickels in 1978. All circulation nickels from that year were supposed to come from Denver and bear the D mint mark. Yet somehow, a small number of 1,978 nickels without mint marks have surfaced over the years, creating a numismatic enigma that continues to puzzle experts. Several theories exist about how these coins came to be. One possibility is that they represent a small experimental run from Philadelphia that was mistakenly released into circulation. Another theory suggests they might be pattern coins, test pieces created to evaluate design or production changes, that somehow escaped the mint. A third explanation involves dies intended for proof sets being mistakenly used for circulation strikes. Regardless of their origin, these coins are exceedingly rare. While the 1975 no-S dime has a somewhat established population of several hundred pieces, the 1978 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel is far more elusive, with fewer than 50 authenticated examples known to exist today. This extreme scarcity places it among the rarest modern U.S. circulation coins. Identifying this nickel requires careful examination. Look at the right side of Jefferson's portrait on the obverse. Standard 1978 nickels should all show a clear D mint mark if they were produced as intended. The absence of this mint mark is your first clue that you might have something special. Additionally, genuine examples should show all the characteristics of circulation strikes rather than proofs, a slightly less defined strike with a satin rather than mirror-like finish. The value of the 1978 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel has seen remarkable growth over the years. When examples first began appearing in the 1980s, they commanded a few $100s each. By the early 2000s, prices had climbed into the thousands. Today, a well-preserved specimen in MS-65 condition, meaning uncirculated with minimal bag marks or handling damage, can easily command $15,000 to $25,000 at auction. The finest known examples, graded MS-67, have sold for over $50,000 in recent years. As with most coins, condition dramatically affects value. Since these were circulation strikes, finding pristine examples is extraordinarily difficult. Most discovered specimens show some evidence of circulation wear or contact marks from being in coin rolls or pocket change. Even slight wear can significantly impact value, with circulated examples in VF or EF condition typically selling for a fraction of their uncirculated counterparts, though still commanding impressive four-figure sums. One of the most compelling aspects of the 1978 no-mint mark nickel is that unlike many rare coins locked away in collections for generations, these were actually in circulation. This means that, theoretically, anyone could have received one in change at a grocery store or from a vending machine. There are documented cases of collectors finding these nickels in ordinary rolls purchased from banks as recently as the early 2000s, though such discoveries have become increasingly rare as awareness has grown. The story of Ed Fagan, a New Jersey collector who discovered one of these nickels in a roll he purchased for face value in 1982, perfectly illustrates the everyman appeal of this rarity. Initially thinking he had found a simple mint error, Fagan showed the coin to several dealers before coming to understand its true significance. His discovery eventually sold for over $5,000, an astronomical return on a 5-cent investment. Authentication is particularly crucial for the 1978 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel due to its high value and the relative ease of creating counterfeits. Some fraudulent examples have been produced by physically removing the D mint mark from standard 1978 D nickels, while others are made using acid treatments or other alterations. Under magnification, genuine examples show no evidence of tooling or damage in the area where the mint mark should appear. The numismatic significance of this nickel extends beyond its monetary value. It represents one of the most mysterious modern U.S. coin varieties, with its exact origins still debated among experts. The U.S. Mint has never officially acknowledged or explained these coins, adding to their mystique and collector appeal. They stand as a reminder that even in our modern era of rigorous quality control and documentation, numismatic mysteries can still emerge. For collectors, the 1978 no-mint marked Jefferson nickel represents the ultimate cherry-picking opportunity, the chance to find extraordinary value in ordinary places through knowledge and careful observation. While the likelihood of finding one in circulation today is vanishingly small, the possibility exists that some remain undiscovered in old collections, forgotten mint sets, or even piggy banks. What makes both of our featured coins particularly fascinating is their seemingly modest appearance. Neither contains precious metals nor features spectacular designs, they're simply common 20th century coins distinguished by what isn't there rather than what is. The Roosevelt dime and Jefferson nickel designs had been in production for decades by the 1970s, making them unremarkable to the casual observer. Yet these particular examples have joined the pantheon of the most valuable modern American coins precisely because of their subtle variations. These coins remind us that in numismatics, knowledge truly is power. The difference between a 5-cent coin and a $50,000 coin can be something as simple as the absence of a tiny letter. This is why studying and understanding the nuances of coinage, mint marks, die varieties, production processes, remains so valuable for collectors at every level. For those of you watching who might be inspired to check your coin jars or inherited collections, remember that authentication is absolutely essential before celebrating any potential discovery. Both the 1975 no-S dime and the 1978 no-mint mark nickel have been extensively counterfeited precisely because of their high value and relatively simple distinguishing characteristics. In conclusion, these two coins from the 1970s, seemingly ordinary at first glance, reveal the enduring excitement of numismatics. They remind us that significant treasures can still be hiding in plain sight, that knowledge and careful observation remain the collector's most valuable tools, and that the hunt for rarities continues to reward those with patience and persistence. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just inherited a jar of old coins, these stories highlight why it's always worth taking a second look at what might initially seem commonplace. After all, the next great numismatic discovery could be sitting in your collection right now, just waiting to be recognized. Thanks for joining me on this exploration of these remarkable modern rarities. If you've enjoyed learning about these coins, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the fascinating world of valuable coins. Until next time, happy collecting.